Wow, now that was wrestling. We just watched two Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero Nitro matches that one is about 8 minutes, the next one's about 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Just TV time, cut without the commercials. And it's beautiful. Just the chemistry they had together and just how much of a pro both men were. Here's a tidbit. Every match of the day review I do is a match you can find away from Peacock and the network. These are matches you can find on Daily Motion and YouTube. So any match I review, you don't have to have the network for or go look for it on the network. You can just Google it and boom, you got the match. And that goes for every single match I do on these match of the days. I do that so everyone can see the match I'm talking about. Anyways, I want to review two Eddie Benoits in one. The first taking place from October 16th, 1995. This match here was in the genesis of Nitro's history. It was just the fourth Nitro ever. They'd only been open for a month, and at the time, as far as Nitros go, Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit had just come over from ECW, and they're making their names with their new East WCW contracts. So Bischoff, let's put them together, just like Heyman had planned. He puts them together, and they produce magic. This one went back and forth, high crossbody off the top by Eddie Guerrero from the top turnbuckle to the floor. Eddie Guerrero also hit a tornado DDT, a springboard tornado DDT off the top ropes, and Benoit went flying. When Benoit was in control, though, he made sure to work on Eddie Guerrero's left arm and shoulder blade. So he implemented all his offense with the arm intact. So if he went for a suplex or a scoop slam, he'd bend the arm back and then slam him down. So all the pressure was to the left shoulder. And then again for the Wilbur Snyder abdominal stretch. Wilbur Snyder originated. He'd hold that in, and then the submission wrestling wouldn't last very long. They had good counter wrestling with chain wrestling sequences, but they didn't want to do the amateur style in this one. They wanted to just go back to the high-flying aerial offense. So anyways, in the end, Benoit's sick Liger bomb in the middle of the ring. He's holding Eddie's legs back forwards, and he only gets a 2 count. But it doesn't take long before he hits a Northern Light suplex with a bridge, and he gets a 3 count easily. After that one, and Benoit is the winner in about 8 minutes. And Meltzer gave that match 4 stars. I would agree. I'd give it 4 stars too. Tons of quality over quantity in that one, and you can just tell these two are going to be amazing. The second match comes from October 20th, 1997. That's 6 days before Halloween Havoc, where Eddie and Ray had that classic mask versus title match at Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc. Remember that? Where people rate it 5 stars or 4 stars 3/4. I'm on the 4 stars 3/4, the latter there. That Eddie and Ray match was classic, and I'll have to get to it one day. But 6 days before, they had this match with Benoit and Guerrero, and this one was more physical. This one was more, I'm gonna chop the hell out of you, and I'm gonna beat you down. Again, they exchanged some nice sequences on the mat with amateur wrestling and counter wrestling and even some chain wrestling. But they didn't spend too much time. They went outside the ring and then went back in the ring. And like I said, it was a physical match. They chopped each other. They hit each other with suplexes, that kind of thing. In the end, though, Eddie Guerrero had a drop toe hold to Benoit, and around the 5-minute mark of the match, it was a little shorter. Benoit hit his head on the turnbuckle, and Eddie got the win after going to a frog splash, and Benoit was pretty much concussed in the storyline as Eddie won. These two matches, like I said, the first one from 95, I give 4 stars. This one I give 3 stars and a quarter. You can go back and watch both, and you can go back and watch many. They had some classics from Japan, WCW Saturday Night that I'm not talking about, Raw, SmackDown, Vengeance, Pay-Per-View, Armageddon 2002, One Night Stand 2005, Vengeance 03. Yeah, so they have a rich history together, and a couple other Nitro matches. To be honest, there is, I think, a couple of Nitro matches on par with these, and a couple from Saturday Night as well. So they're gems, and they can all be found online, I'm sure, but these two definitely can. So every match I do review on the daily, the random match of the day, you can find online anywhere. I'm Brett Mix, that's my opinion. Thanks for watching. Tune in for the next one. Hit like and subscribe, and I'm out.